Hey everyone, my name is Blake. If you have no idea who I am, don't worry. You don't need to know anything about my past to listen to this. Case number 4. Location, Seattle, Washington. Date, 12/20/2016. Interview 1. Witness name, Sam D. All last names have been omitted for privacy. Relationship to case, tenant of the building, apartment 108, contacted me about this on Craigslist. We were sitting in Sam's tiny living room, nursing cold beers like most of the building. This room is dim and dusty, even with the curtains thrown wide and every bulb illuminated. It feels like we just can't get enough light in here. Sam lights a cigarette, offers me one, which I accept. He's tall and skinny, a peaky complexion and long, greasy hair. His eyes are a little wild and his hands shake as they cup the lighter to his lips. He inhales the first drag of his cigarette with the deep and satisfied draw of a man who will gladly embrace the most meager of comforts. I say nothing, waiting for him to start. I've learned over the past few months that if you just wait, people almost always talk to fill the silence. I guess it started, I'd say maybe half a year ago, maybe 6 months. I don't really know though. But I think the first time I heard anything about it was around the 4th of July. Natalie, she's on floor 3. You should talk to her too. She's the one that invited me down here. I think she found it first. Her or Maggie. They're real close. But anyway, one of them found it. And then Nat told me, and then I think it just kind of spread through the building. Everyone knows everyone. There's only a dozen or so apartments, and it's pretty tight-knit. So now most of us go down there every day. Every day. Smiling for the first time since I'd met him. Well, yeah, man. You got something like this in your own building? You're gonna want to visit it every chance you get. We got a wonder of the world down there. So, can you describe it? You said it was a hole. Yeah, it's a big old hole. It's in the basement. Fucking mysterious. No one knows where it came from. Like, could it be an old well or something? Or a sinkhole? I heard those No, man, no way. Its shape is totally wrong. It's like... Making an angular square shape with his hands. You'll see it. More like, you know those sewer grates in the sidewalk? Kind of like the shape and size of that, but without the grate over it. Rectangular, very straight, even lines. Weird. I know. The sides look like they're concrete, water-stained, maybe have some moss or something growing on them. So maybe it was a well or something, but I don't know. It's pretty fucking unlikely. Excuse my French. Speak as much French as you want. Thanks, man. Anyway, we measured it one time. 8 feet long, 4 feet wide. Corners are perfectly 90-degree angles, and as for how deep, no one can tell, right? I mean, we've tried. We started with just tossing, like, pebbles and shit down there. They'd plink against the wall, but then they just get swallowed up. It's so fucking dark down there, man. You throw a rock or something, like a big fucking stone, but as soon as it falls the first 5 or 10 feet, you can't see it anymore. It's just like, whoosh, and it's gone. Swallowed up. Almost like there's a liquid or a water or something down there, but there's not. We've hung ropes with buckets and everything, but nope, it's just empty air. Just empty darkness. It's fucking weird, man. But it's cool, though. So we tried to figure out how deep it is a couple of times. Started with, like, throwing bigger shit down there. Bigger and bigger rocks and shit from the garden, but we never heard anything hit the bottom. And then my buddy Marty had the idea to bring down his kid's toy, this big light-up keyboard thing, where if you press a button on it, it'll play nursery rhyme songs. It was his kid's favorite toy. I feel bad about it. But we had to know. We had to, gather data, So we switched on the keyboard to, one of those demo tracks, and it lights up and starts playing. And we toss it down the hole, and dude, trust me, it was so weird. So I said I know it's really fucking dark down there. We could see the toy's lights blinking on and off for a few seconds, but once it went up out, I don't know, maybe about 50 feet, they completely disappeared. We probably still should have been able to see the lights, but nope. It was like there was a threshold where all the lights is just fucking swallowed up. Or maybe the tunnel curves, I don't know. Maybe there's science behind it. Anyway, the really weird part is, we could hear the song keep playing as it fell. Fucking Ode to Joy, it never stopped. The fucking player, the whole song, for way too long. It got pretty quiet and echoey near the end. I guess because of how far it was, but the keyboard never hit bottom. We probably even could have heard it keep playing, but the song ended. The piano was pretty big, too, maybe this long. Sam shows me the space of about 2 feet between his hands. It would have made a huge crash when it hit bottom, but we never heard anything. I don't know, man. This shit is really fucking cool to me. After that, we tried with a rock tied to some fishing wire. We measured something like 1,000 meters before we ran out. 1,000? Right? That's like 10 football fields. Fucking crazy. No bottom. We dropped a bunch of shit in there. Tied shit to ropes. I wanted to try with a video camera next, but then Maggie put a stop to it. She won't let us drop anything down there anymore. Says it's... I don't know. She says it's not right. What's not right? Throwing things down the hole? Never mind, man. She's protective is all. Protective. Forget I said anything, man. It wasn't Maggie anyway. Dropping shit down there could be dangerous for other reasons. Well, I mean, the thing is cool, and I don't think it's, unsafe or whatever, but I don't know, man. Ever since we threw the keyboard down there, me and Marty have been, hearing it. Hearing what? Fucking Ode to Joy, Joyful, joyful, we adore you, la la da 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 da. The song the keyboard was playing? Yeah, specifically the song the keyboard was playing. Exactly. It sounds just like it did when we tossed it down there. The tiny, fake keyboard demo music, it's weird, it started by, and then I heard it first in my dreams that night. Playing kind of soft in the background. I woke up with it in my head. And it's stuck in my head all the time now. I dream that song a lot. But then a couple of weeks later, I was taking a shower, and over the noise of the water, I thought that I heard it. Fucking Ode to Joy. Like it was coming from the pipes, maybe. I got down on my hands and knees, put my ear to the drain. It was really distant, kind of garbled, but it was there. Since then, I've been hearing it in all kinds of white noise. In fans, running water, it's really distant. Almost too quiet to hear. Almost seems like it could be my imagination, but Marty hears it too, Now other people are hearing it in the shower over the sound of traffic, Jesus. Yeah. So that's why we don't throw things down there anymore. Especially I don't know how to describe it. Maggie calls them active objects. Things that make noise, stuff with batteries, phones, cameras, nothing with personal stuff, books. She says personality could be a problem, whatever that means. Huh. Yeah. She's kind of confusing sometimes, but you'd be smart to listen to Maggie. The whole building knows that. Lainey knows her shit. Can I speak to her? I mean, you said she's the one who found it, right? I'd like to hear about it. Her or Nat, yeah, they found it. Yeah, let me text her. There's a long pause while Sam picks up his phone and sends a quick message. I'm curious. Have you guys told anybody about this? It seems like something that would get a lot of media attention. Or you'd think that the city would be interested in. Doesn't Seattle have a shitload of underground tunnels? Could this have something to do with those? This building is old. No, well, I mean, a couple of us talked to the property manager, Jim. He went down to look at it, but he said that he'd handle it on his end. But we haven't heard anything about it since then. That was maybe a couple of months ago. Huh. Yeah, it's for the best, though. None of us want a bunch of reporters swarming around here. The hole it's too special for that shit, you know? I guess. You'll understand when you see it. Oh!
He pauses to pick up his phone.
On that note, would now be a good time to head down there for my first viewing?
He seems nervous, clutching his phone.
Well, maybe not tonight. I didn't mean tonight. Oh. You sure? I gotta see this shit for myself, man. No, I know. Isn't that why you invited me here? No, yeah. No, it's just... Maybe not tonight. Could I talk to Maggie then? No, she's not... I gotta talk to her first. She won't talk to you. Why? Why? She's weird, man. I don't know. I'll talk to her. Just give me till tomorrow. Trust me, dude. I'll get you down there. Or we could go right now. It's only one floor down, right? No!
He lunges forward, upsetting his drink and startling me, regaining his composure quickly and starts to wipe up his beer.
Fuck, sorry. No, we can't. It'll be disrespectful. How is it disrespectful to Maggie? To the building? Trust me, you go down there now and you'll get all the cops called on your ass for trespassing. Just let me talk to Maggie and we can go see it tomorrow, okay? Okay, yeah. No, I understand. No disrespect meant. I know that, man. I know that.
Sam suddenly seems eager to have me gone, so I leave shortly thereafter. I didn't even finish my beer. I consider going downstairs to find the hole myself, but there are a few people in the lobby. It isn't blatant. They look like they're just loitering around. But I have a feeling that I'll be stopped if I approach the basement door. Sam is ghosting me today. Won't answer any of my calls or texts. So much for getting to see the damn thing. Makes me wonder what he's hiding. Why he needs all this extra time. I've avoided any crazies so far. Besides that one lady in LA who was convinced that her gothy neighbors were devil worshippers. So maybe old Sam is going to be the first. But hey, benefit of the doubt and all that. I'll talk to the manager of the building. He lives off-site. But Sam mentioned that he's seen the hole too.
Interview 2. Witness name, Jim C. Relationship to the case, landlord and building manager since 2006.
Jim C. receives me in his office in downtown Seattle. He's in probably his 60s, thin and wiry with mean blue eyes. When I ask, he tells me in a brisk and harassing kind of way that his company manages 5 different sites around the city. Then he demands to know if I'm a journalist or something. He relaxes when I say that I'm not, but now he's even more suspicious. He doesn't want to be recorded, but I record him anyway.
So can we wrap this up? If you're not here to inquire about rentals, I'm interested in the building up on... Uh-oh. What about it? Well, I talked to your tenant Sam D. about some kind of old well in the basement. Oh, Jesus, not you too. If I hear one more word about that goddamn hole, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. Some of your tenants have been complaining about it. Complaining? I fucking wish. They talk about that hole of theirs like it's the lost fucking city of Atlantis. For the first couple of weeks, I got a few of them asking if it was a construction project or something. No, I says to him, no construction going on in the building, as far as I'm aware of. Better not be anyway. Finally got so bad I took a trip on over there to check it out myself. Those people, the building is full of fucking loonies. Every single one of them. I mean, what are the odds of that? You fill 14 different apartments with 14 different families and everything seems normal. For years, some of them you think you got lucky. You think they're pretty good tenants. But it turns out all of them are fucking crazy. I don't know. This hole or whatever it is, I mean, you have to admit, it's pretty interesting. I can kind of see why they're excited about it.
He leans forward to look me dead in the eye.
Have you been down to the basement, son? No, well, not yet. That explains it. There's no fucking hole down there. I'm sorry, what? That's right. There's nothing there. I've checked. It's just, you go through the door off the laundry room. There's just an empty, half-finished basement. There's no goddamn hole. There's never been any goddamn hole. But you can ask any tenant in that building, and they'll insist there is. They'll insist it showed up about 6 months ago. Just appeared out of nowhere. They'll try to show it to you. 20-odd people. Every single one of them with the same story. Even the kids. Fucking crazies. So, what is this? Some kind of group delusion? Whatever it is, and before you ask me, it's not carbon monoxide, lead poisoning, or even mold. I had that place inspected months ago. It's an old building, but it's safe. And these people, you knew them before? Oh, sure. Some of them quite well. And they seemed mentally healthy, mentally all there. I never noticed anything off. Sure, one or two of them may have been a little rough around the edges, but they're good people. Good tenants. The lady in 306 is a second-grade teacher, for Christ's sakes, and a couple of them are students at the U. It's not a building that you'd expect to turn into an insane asylum. Huh. I wonder...
I'm cut off by the shrill ring of my cell phone.
Shit, sorry.
I fumble it out of my pocket and I go to the end of the call when I see the contact name. Sam D.
Shit, I gotta take this.
I'm raising from my seat, already heading towards the door.
Thank you for your time.
Jim waves me off, turning back to his work. I answer Sam's call as I'm pushing through the building's glass door.
Hello? Hey, Sam, I'm glad you... Oh no, I'm just on... Oh shit, she does? Yeah, no, I can. Give me 10 minutes. I'm on my way. Interview 3. Witness name, Maggie, Natalie W., and Sam D. Relationship to case, tenants of the building, apartment 309, 306, and 108 respectively.
Maggie M. has offered to hold the interview in her living room. I don't know why I'm surprised. The way that Sam talked about her, I expected someone hermetic, or at least antisocial. But Maggie is a gorgeous woman, around 35, vivacious, with fiery red hair. She laughs loudly, curses often, and smokes like a chimney. Also present is Natalie W., who Sam tells me first showed him the hole. Slightly younger, slightly quieter, and far more serious than the other girl, but perfectly pleasant nonetheless. Maggie's hand rests casually on her knee throughout our conversation, though I assume that they are an item. Sam is here too. He hovers behind the couch the women are seated in, looking down and restless. I have to wonder if there's some recreational drug use going on there. Maybe meth. If what Jim C. said is true, maybe this whole damn building is on something. We end up talking casually for over an hour before the hole even is discussed. Maggie is a charisma personified. If not for the fact that she is clearly taken, I'm tempted to make a move. I forget completely why I'm here, and I enjoy myself. And then Sam says,
Oh shit, were we gonna show Blake the basement?
The mood shifts. Maggie's laugh trails off and she turns to give Sam a look that I can't catch. Natalie leans forward, clearly excited.
Yeah? What do you say, Mags?
Maggie turns to regard me solemnly, thoughtfully. For a long time, I feel uncomfortably nervous, like I'm waiting for an interview or a stay of execution. You can hear the muffled clink of my fingernail in the recording as I tap it restlessly against my glass. And finally, Maggie's mouth splits into a wide grin, and I relax. My sigh is embarrassingly audible, and she winks at me.
How about it, handsome? Think you're ready for it? I think it's about goddamn time.
Nat and Maggie burst into laughter, which on tape sounds a lot more like cackling than it did at the time.
Yeah, I think so too. You seem alright.
We start to move as a group towards the door, starting the long hall down to the basement. I keep asking questions and recording for the duration of the journey.
You guys are pretty selective of who you choose to show this thing to, huh? People are narrow-minded and selfish. We do our best to keep it out of the hands of those who use its power to do harm. You can't be too careful. Hold up, I'm sorry. Maggie? No disrespect, but, I mean, we're talking about a hole here, right? I agree, it's weird, some kind of anomaly, but what power could it possibly have? What a question. You'll understand when you see it, Blake. Yeah, they always do. Well, looking forward to it, I guess. How'd you guys find this thing anyway? Natalie found it. Oh yeah? What happened? I was doing my laundry in the basement, like I've done 1,000 times. I've lived here for 4 years. Nothing even close to this has ever happened to me. I had no idea our building is special. Maybe that's part of it. The way it took you by surprise. Maybe that's how you know it's a real miracle. I think so. It must be. So you were doing laundry? Yes. There's a door down there. You'll see it. It looks into an unfinished portion of the basement. I guess a storage space. It's right across from the washing machines, and before then, the door had always been closed and locked. I've tried it a couple of times out of vague curiosity, but no, it was always locked. I never thought about it. I figured management kept, I don't know, cleaning supplies in there. But that morning, as I did my laundry, I felt something. Like if you could feel a whisper, physically feel it. Not hear it with your eyes, actually feel the whisper envelop you. Soft but strong, like it was calling me. Beautiful. And I turned around and I saw that the locked door was standing open. Just a little, just a couple of inches. I'd never seen that before, and at first I thought, that's kind of creepy. I didn't like having my back to it, so I went to check it out, but as soon as I got closer, it didn't seem so scary anymore. It just seemed new. And so I opened the door, and it's very dark in there, as you'll see, and that's the first time I saw it. Of course, I got Maggie right away. Things like this rarely come into people's lives. Almost never. We decided that we'd share it with the rest of the neighbors. Yeah, things like this? It's mystical. Its shape alone could tell you that. 4-sided, perfect, divine. 2 concrete, measurable dimensions, length and width, and 3rd unknowable depth, like the 3 faces of God. It means something. It has to. You don't keep the mystic secret from those who can learn from it. We aren't old men in white robes with closely guarded Kabbalistic secrets and vast hoards of wealth. We are just a new kind of student. We believe everyone should be. You don't want media attention? Everyone within reason.
We entered the lobby, and I realize that I'm being herded like a lamb. Maggie is out in front, leading the charge, but Sam and Nat are close on either side of me. We pass 2 other tenants, a man and a woman who lean against a wall, who are chatting.
Head of the basement, Maggie? Yep. Come along, won't you? This is Blake.
The newcomers fall into step behind me, and I have the fleeting thought that I'm effectively barred from escape on all sides. I brush this off and I watch as Maggie steps forward and opens the basement door. It creaks as she does so, and on tape the sound is very loud, very deep, like the groan of a sunken ship buffeted by the tide. An ominous sound. I feel the change as soon as we step foot upon the basement steps. The atmosphere is suddenly thick, heavy, like we're moving through dense fog. It is dim everywhere in the building, but the darkness takes on an inky quality here, almost as if it's living, like a breathing thing. It encroaches upon the wall lamps and pushes into the lobby. At this point, I get excited. The only place that I've ever felt an atmosphere shift nearly this intense was Infected Town. It feels completely different than the entity did, but simultaneously it is exactly the same. The auras of two distinct supernatural things, unalike in flavor, but auras nonetheless. My body erupts into goosebumps. This is real, I think to myself. This is real and powerful and dangerous. Possibly even evil if evil exists. All my doubts about the whole anomaly are eviscerated before I even get my first look. You can't fake an atmosphere like that. I think Maggie senses my excitement. I feel her hand on my arm, cool and gentle, and I watch her lips curl into a smile. None of the others seem to be unnerved by this place as I am. Maybe they're just used to it. Maybe it doesn't seem as malicious to them as it does to me. If I'm picking up Maggie's not-so-subtle vibes correctly, whatever here that is making my hackles rise and my fight-or-flight instincts kick in is exactly what these people see as some kind of supernatural experience. Pretty blind, if you ask me. But who the fuck am I to judge? We descend the stairs in silence and reach the basement. In there. The laundry room is spacious, tidy, and should be well lit by afternoon sunlight seeping in through the high windows. But opposite the washing machines, a door stands wide, beckoning, a shadow in the wall which instantly draws the eye. Sludgy, ink-black darkness seems to pour through it, nearly as substantial as smoke. It somehow dims the effect of the sunlight. The room is substantially darker than the rest of the dark building, no matter how many windows it has. I am suddenly gut sure that I will know the answer when I see it. I will understand. I cross the laundry room, still flanked on all sides by the tenants of this dark place. People who already know and understand the whole. No wonder they are entranced, I think. Power like this mesmerizes, attracts, and mere humans who are drawn to its web, from my experience, rarely escape. And there I go, waxing dramatic again. We stop in front of the door and the darkness inside seems to writhe in anticipation. I can barely see the room beyond. Shadows coat and cling to every surface. After you. Maggie waves me inside. I step into the hole's chamber. The tenants, following close behind, are silent. I linger in the doorway, not wanting to fall into the pit in case its edges are closer than I surmise. The room is very dark, with rough stone walls and packed dirt floor, and for a moment, that is all I can make out. Blinking rapidly, my eyes slowly adjust to the darkness, and I am able to see.
Isn't it beautiful?
I don't respond.
It feels lonelier every time I visit, like it wants something.
Like the whole wants?
But I come down here every day. We all do. Spend hours with it. Shit. Why's it gotta be so lonely? I think maybe it wants more than that. I feel that it wants to be close to us. Closer than we can be right now. I think that too.
There's murmured agreement from the others.
How do we do that, Mags? Give me time. I'll think of something.
As they talk, the group moves around me, leaving me by the doorway to head deeper into the room and form a loose semicircle. I am thoroughly unnerved by the conversation, and their attention is completely preoccupied. Their eyes are all fixed down into their hole, converging on the same distant point as though staring into a black abyss. As I watched them, I noticed the pale, sickly sheen across their foreheads, their manic expressions. I noticed for the first time how sick they look. The waxy skin, the black circles under their wide eyes, the deep creases in their smile lines. Obsession personified. And soon the group falls quiet, one by one. The silence rings in this recording, eerie and complete. The 5 tenants' gazes are still fixed downwards, down into the depths. But the cognizance leaves them. Their eyes go blank, their mouths go slack, their shoulders slump. It's like they're completely entranced. More than that, it's almost like they're listening to something. There's a long, silent movement as the 5 people standing, swaying in the dark room. I'm in the doorway, watching with confusion and mounting horror. I can imagine them doing this a lot, every day. If Sam is to be believed, it seems normal for them, as if they aren't doing anything strange at all. It's just part of their daily schedule. Get off work, go to the apartment basement, and zone out with the hole for an hour. And maybe it's a trick of the light. Maybe I'm so wound up I imagine it. But I swear suddenly all 5 of them look up at once. No communication passes between them. But at exactly the same instant, all 10 eyes flick towards me, together as one. I'm already about to back out of the room when this happens, but I freeze under their collective gaze, and for a long time the group watches me with animal intensity. I stare back. I see Maggie nod almost imperceptibly to something that I can't hear. And through the darkness, I barely made out their lips are moving in a silent litany. Where the others' mouths hung slack, hers curved upwards in a greedy smile, and while the others' eyes were dull and unfocused, hers are sharp and shining. And slowly she raises her hand and reaches out to me. I slip backwards out of the room without any more ado. I turn and I head quickly for the stairs, but by the time I get to the lobby, I'm running. It was a relief to get out of that building, into the light and normalcy. The darkness was pervasive and oppressive, and I left Seattle immediately, like I was running for my life. For days after, I felt the hole's aura cling to me, oozing through my pores. Whatever presence is in there, in that building, it's something real. Something even a hard-headed skeptic would have trouble scoffing at. And it's something bad. Otherwise, I don't know what it is, what to define it as. A creature, an anomaly, a beast? I don't know exactly how it affects the tenants of that building, and I don't know what it wants from them. But I do know that when I walked through that door and peered through the darkness, all I saw was a plain dirt floor in an unlit but otherwise nondescript basement room. There was no hole there. There's nothing else to the story besides this. A few months later, I Googled that apartment building again just to see if anything popped up. None of the tenants ever tried to contact me after I left without a word. I had a feeling that they were sort of used to my kind of reaction. Not a lot popped up on the search page, besides an article on a 3-year-old boy who'd gone missing from there a few weeks ago. He'd been staying with his dad, who was also missing. The mom thought that he kidnapped him. It piqued my interest, and so I called Jim C., the landlord, and transcribed our conversation.
Case number 4. The Hole. Addendum. Date 3/10/17. Phone call with Jim C. Hello. Hey, Mr. C. This is Blake. We talked back in December about the building. Oh, Blake. How you doing, son? You remember me? Of course I do. I never forget you. How much you helped me. No, I think after you came in to ask about the hole, I figured I'd go back to the building to check it out again. See if there was something I missed. And there was. Sure as shit. Couldn't believe it myself. But sometimes it takes more than once to really see it. Hold on. You saw the hole? Of course I did. It's there, plain as day. I'm on my way over for a visit right now, matter of fact. It gets lonely, you know. Now that the building's empty. The hole gets so lonely. I visit every day, but I don't think that's enough anymore. Jesus Christ, Jim, I don't know what you're thinking, but I know you worry. Everyone worries. But I'll tell them and I'll tell you. There's nothing to fear. The hole it's special. It's really something special. Son, I don't use the word a lot, but that hole is something sublime. You gotta be kidding me. Don't believe me, huh? Can't blame you for that. But you will. Just come back to visit sometime. You'll understand when you see it. No, please, listen to me. That thing is bad news. Well, it was great catching up with you, old friend. Thanks again. You really helped change things around. I just got to the building, so I'll better head inside. Jim, you ought to come up and visit sometime. I will. Jim, if you turn around right now and go back home, I'll get to Seattle by tonight and come visit. Just wait for... I'd better go. Don't want to hold things up. It's an important day for me. For us. I'll talk to you if I'm still around, I guess. Jim, Jesus, bye now.
I called an anonymous tip into the local police, but I don't know if they ever sent anyone to check on him. I was in Kansas at the time, and driving back to Seattle wasn't feasible. I haven't heard from Jim C. since. That night I started looking up the tenants I knew by name. News sites, social media, whatever. Sam D., Margaret M., Natalie W. Missing. It happened 2 months after my visit, apparently. Some kind of mass exodus. But I have to wonder, if there's no hole there, where did they go? But there aren't any answers, or at least not answers I'm willing to learn, because you only understand when you see it. And I think by that point, it's already too late.